So here we have the monthly chart for GBPUSD sterling, and we are in a clear uptrend here. Last month closed bearish, but it's just sitting on our weekly mid-range. The MAs are approaching each other. We are currently they are currently downside, but that was after this massive downside move. But it looks like we have bottomed out at 1.200 there, and we are now in that uptrend. So if we scale down to the weekly time frame, we can see this uptrend more clearly, and it's quite a strong uptrend. We can obviously see our higher highs, higher lows. MA is looking very bullish, and last week did reject our monthly resistance level, but it's not a massive rejection. It's not too convincing, and this inside bar here was actually off our draw a fib here. Just helps give us a bit of directional bias on the weekly time frame. Yeah, this inside bar here shows our 50% rejection, which is also our weekly mid-range rejection. Could give us some good setups towards upside, but we're currently trading within this bar here. So if we scale down to the daily time frame for an even better picture, we can see this gives us a bit of I guess you could say a bit of indecision here. We have got lower lows here, lower highs being formed, seem to be struggling to break through this this monthly resistance, but we have found support here on our weekly mid-range. Moving averages came together but failed to cross to the downside, and now we do seem to have this uptrend forming here, and obviously, like you can see, we've got this longer term uptrend. So we are still looking bullish. This looks like an evening star formation, evening star rejection off monthly resistance. But I mean, if we draw an inner trend line here, and we call it a counter trend line, we can see that price actually broke through this after the moving averages bounced off each other, came back down, retested it with this spinning top here, which seems to be supported by our moving average, and that actually works quite well, because I think there'll be a lot of traders with stops around the 1.4100 region, so it would make sense for institutions to push price past this region, despite the indecision, the lower highs, lower lows. But yeah, if we scale down to the H4 time frame, we can see actually, if we just take a look on the daily once more, yeah, I mean, we can't get any real upside fibs on here. Only fibs we can get is kind of downside, and it's looking very choppy. So it is a potential, but again, still preferring upside. H4 time frame right now, we're seeing higher lows here, next one here, and also higher high here. Beautiful 50% rejection. It's massive massive wick here. MA is moving averages pointing towards the upside. So despite the indecision, we're definitely looking bullish here. Yeah, I mean, you could. We are in kind of like a triangle now, with this monthly resistance here. So I mean, a breakout of this would see us lining up nicely with our D extension levels. Yeah, around 1.412, which lines up nicely with this high here, and then push to 1.42500. So yeah, I'm liking bullish setup on this pair. There is suggestions of downside, but I think that could be largely ignored for now. We'll have to see how the market plays out this week.